sparkling stainless steel appliances, granite counters, black walnut wood trim that turns a great room into a comfy treehouse, TVs, computers, and custom bathrooms. All of the amenities you want in a house, plus a little something extra. This home is a power plant.
I produce my own solar electric energy.
A few years ago, Jackie's newfound passion for sustainability and green living led her to one giant experiment. She wanted to see if she could build a home that powered itself for the same price as a typical new construction home. Her experiment was so successful that she actually created excess energy that she sells to the electric company.
You actually sell power to the power companies, but you do it for a premium, right?
I do.
So it costs them more to buy energy from you than it costs you to buy from them.
That's right. It's now just a question of how much more money I'm going to get back from the power company.
And that's sweet. You do get a check from them, which is really nice.
My very first check after we built this house was $105 for the month. And it was a very nice feeling.
And you'd like to frame that, but it's better to cash it.
I cashed it.
How does she do it? 6 solar panels on the roof create the electricity. Tankless water heaters give her instant hot water when she needs it and use far less energy than a traditional tank heater. A geothermal heat pump heats and cools her air.
The ground in this area is about 55 degrees all year round. So all I do is send a tube through the ground with water and a safe antifreeze in it and bring it back up, and it's 55 degrees.
In the summer, the house is cooled by 55-degree water. In the winter, the air that needs heated is already 55 degrees, not 20 below. The water is heated to a comfortable temperature and warms the home through radiant heating in the floors. And that's just the expensive stuff. Jackie says the majority of her energy savings comes from the design of her house.
80% of your cost savings is through passive means. So for instance, the insulation in the house, the placement of your windows, and completely sealing the envelope as much as possible. And then letting natural daylight light your house instead of having to turn on lights. It's all about placement of the same materials you would be using anyway. It's very minimal cost for up to about 80% of your energy savings.
The north side, not as many windows. Why is that?
Well, the north side is generally the cold, breezy side of the house, and therefore you don't want to have many what they call penetrations in the shell of the house on the north. You bring all the light into the south side of the house. First of all, the sun is coming in that way, so that's putting the entry for it on the right side. You can then control the energy source. In the summer, you want to block it out. So all of the overhangs in the house were precisely calculated by the architects to block the summer sun and let the winter sun in.
One of the biggest contributors to reducing energy costs are these giant marshmallow sandwiches. Okay, it's styrofoam, structural insulated panels. They make up the skeleton of the house. And because they're so thick, it's like insulation on steroids. Jackie showed a group of environmental design students that the panels, designed to withstand hurricane-force winds, were even tough enough to handle a pair of heels.
It's extremely strong, so I like to stand on it to show you guys too.
Stepping outside, you won't find a manicured lawn at Jackie's place. She says she lets nature do its thing in her yard.
The native meadow, first of all, I don't have to mow it. Secondly, I don't have a mosquito issue because it's a native natural ecology. I don't have to fertilize the lawn or put weed killer down. In the native meadow, the roots are much deeper and thicker, and so many plants and things like that thrive in the deep tree roots and things like that. The water is absorbed right there, and the roots actually clean the water as well, and it returns the water and recharges the water table.
All of these small touches and smart choices have earned Jackie not only power plant status, Her home is the first residential structure in the country to win a LEED Gold certification, the highest honor in green building. Even with the honors, I had to ask, any regrets?
If I do one thing differently, is I would not have built out in the middle of nowhere where I have to jump in a car and go to work or go to the store.